Listen very carefully. Do you have this like pennies? These are most expensive coin, hidden wheat penny, worth $4,862,000. Because what I'm about to say could literally change everything for you. Right now, at this exact moment, people all across America are spending coins, real coins, that look completely normal, but are actually hiding silent fortunes. This is wheat pennies in circulation, and today we're exposing the top 3 most valuable wheat penny rare coins that collectors are secretly hunting down. These are not myths. This is not fiction. These are hidden treasure coins that people lose every single day without even realizing it. I'm warning you right now, do not spend these coins. Some tiny detail, something most people ignore, can turn an ordinary penny into life-changing wealth. And the craziest part? Each coin we reveal gets bigger, rarer, and more shocking. So stay with me till the end, because what comes next might already be sitting in your pocket. Now, let's talk about the first coin. And trust me, this one is already dangerous to ignore. There's something almost unsettling about the 1,936 wheat penny with no mint mark, because on the surface, it looks like nothing special. Just an old brown coin, maybe a little worn, maybe even overlooked. But then you notice it, those strange green spots spreading across the surface, both on the front and the back, and suddenly this coin doesn't feel ordinary anymore. It feels like history. It feels like age. It feels like something that survived when most didn't. And right there, that's where the quiet wealth begins. 1,936 wasn't just another year. America was still clawing its way out of the Great Depression. Money was tight, survival was everything. And coins like this were used hard, passed from hand to hand, day after day. The U.S. Mint was pushing production, trying to keep up with economic recovery, and that pressure created coins that lived rough lives. Most of them didn't survive in any meaningful condition. They were worn down, damaged, lost, forgotten. So when a 1,936 wheat penny without a mint mark shows up today in very fine condition, with original surfaces still intact, it's not just rare, it's a survivor of economic history. Now hold this image in your mind. On the front, you've got Abraham Lincoln's profile. Strong, calm, facing right, with "In God We Trust" above, liberty on the left, and the date 1936 on the right. No mint mark under the date. That means it was struck in Philadelphia. And that missing mint mark? That's not a mistake. That's a signal. It tells collectors exactly where it came from. And in this case, it connects the coin to one of the busiest minting operations of that era. Flip it over, and you see the iconic wheat stalks on both sides, framing 1 cent and United States of America. That design, simple but powerful, is one of the most recognized in U.S. history. But here's where it gets intense. Those green spots you see? That's not damage in the way most people think. That's oxidation, a natural reaction of the copper over decades. And if it's original, untouched, never cleaned, collectors go crazy for it. Because that surface tells a story no polishing ever could. This coin is made mostly of copper, about 95% copper with a small mix of tin and zinc. It has a weight of 3.11 grams, a diameter of 19 millimeters, and a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters. It feels small, light, almost forgettable. But that's exactly why people lose it. That's why these coins slip through fingers every single day, spent like nothing, when in reality they're holding serious money. And here's where it gets even more intense. Condition is everything. This coin being in very fine condition means the details are still strong. Lincoln's features are visible. The wheat lines are clear. The wear is there, but it's honest, natural. And collectors, they want that originality. The moment someone cleans this coin, tries to make it shiny, tries to fix those green spots, the value can collapse instantly. That natural toning, that aged surface, that's where the hidden treasure lives. You need to understand something. Auctions for coins like this don't always look loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet, controlled, but aggressive underneath. Bidders watching closely, waiting, then suddenly jumping in. Because they know what they're looking at. They know this is not just a coin, it's a shrinking opportunity. Supply is going down. Collectors are holding, not selling. And demand keeps rising. Right now, today's market value for a 1936 wheat penny like this, in very fine condition with original surfaces, can reach $380 for 100th. Let that sink in. That's not pocket change. That's life-changing wealth hiding in something people ignore every day. This coin is a treasure. This coin is worth serious money. And if you have one, you're not holding a penny, you're holding a silent fortune. So listen carefully. Do not spend this coin. Check the date. Look for that missing mint mark. Study the surface. Those green tones, that aged look, that's not something to erase. That's something to protect. Never clean it, ever. And if you think you have one, professional grading is critical. Because one small mistake, one wrong move, and that hidden wealth disappears. This is not a game. This is not a story. This is real, and people are losing these coins every single day without even knowing it. But don't get comfortable, because what comes next, the next coin, is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. Stay with me, because the next one might be the one that changes everything. Now this is where things start getting even more intense, because the 1944 wheat penny with no mint mark is one of those coins people think they understand, until they realize what they've been holding this whole time. At first glance, it looks completely normal, just another old penny with some age on it, maybe even those green spots showing up on both sides. And most people, they toss it aside, or worse, they spend it without a second thought. But that right there, that mistake is how silent fortunes disappear every single day. You have to go back to 1944 to really feel what this coin carries. America was deep in World War II. The entire country was under pressure, resources were tight. And just a year before, in 1943, the US Mint had switched to steel pennies to save copper for the war. But in 1944, everything changed again. The mint returned to copper, but not the same way as before. They started using recycled shell casings from the war, real battlefield metal, melted down and turned into coins. That means this 1944 wheat penny isn't just money, it's literally built from war history. That alone makes it powerful. But when you find one in very fine condition today, untouched, original, it becomes something else entirely, a hidden treasure with a story most people never even imagine. Look closely at the front. Abraham Lincoln's profile is still there. Calm, steady, almost like he's watching history unfold. In God we trust, above, liberty on the left, and the date 1944 on the right. No mint mark below the date. That means it came out of Philadelphia, right in the middle of wartime production pressure. Millions were made. But don't let that fool you, because surviving examples in this kind of condition, with original surfaces and natural aging, are becoming harder and harder to find. Flip it over, and those wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America. That design is simple, but collectors don't just see design, they see survival. And then your eyes hit those green spots on both the obverse and reverse. And this is where most people make the biggest mistake. They think it's damage. They think it lowers the value. So they clean it, scrub it, try to make it look better. And just like that, they destroy what could have been life-changing wealth. Because those green tones, that's natural oxidation, a sign the coin has remained untouched for decades. That originality, that untouched surface, is exactly what collectors are chasing. This coin is made of about 95% copper, with a small mix of tin and zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19 millimeters, and a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters. It feels small, light, almost like nothing. And that's the trap. That's how something this valuable keeps slipping through people's hands. Spent on coffee, dropped in jars, forgotten in drawers, while collectors are quietly hunting them down. And here's the part most people never see, the market behavior. When a coin like this shows up, in very fine condition, original, never cleaned, the room changes. Bidding doesn't always explode right away. Sometimes it's quiet, controlled, but underneath, it's aggressive. Collectors watching, calculating, waiting for the right moment to strike. Because they know supply is shrinking. They know fewer of these coins are surviving untouched. And they know once it's gone, it's gone. Right now, today's market value for a 1,944 wheat penny like this, with no mint mark, very fine condition, and original green tone surfaces, can reach $340. Hundredth, that's not just money. That's serious wealth hiding in plain sight. This coin is a treasure. This coin is special. And if you have one, you're not holding something ordinary. You're holding a quiet fortune that collectors are fighting for. So hear this clearly. Do not spend this coin. Check every 1,944 penny you find. Look for that missing mint mark. Study the surface. Those green spots, that aged look, that's not damage, that's history, that's value. Never clean it, never polish it. One wrong move can erase everything. And if you even think you've got one, get it professionally graded. Because that's how you unlock its true worth. This is not fiction. This is happening right now. People are losing these coins every single day, and they have no idea what they just gave away. But don't go anywhere, because the next coin, the final one, is on another level entirely. Well, more shocking and far more dangerous to ignore. And trust me, this last one is the one that could change everything. Now, this is it. The one most people completely underestimate. The one that slips through hands every single day. The one that looks so ordinary, it's almost invisible. But I'm telling you right now, this 1,957 wheat penny with no mint mark could be the quietest fortune you ever touch. This is the kind of coin people toss into change jars, drop at checkout, or ignore forever. And that right there is exactly how hidden treasure disappears in plain sight. Take a second and go back to 1957. America was booming. Post-war expansion, industry rising, money moving fast. This was a time when coins were everywhere, constantly circulating, constantly used. The U.S., Mint in Philadelphia, where this no mint mark penny was struck, was producing massive numbers to keep up with demand. But here's the part nobody talks about. When production is that high, coins are rushed, handled, pushed into circulation immediately, and most of them don't survive in strong condition. They get worn down, damaged, cleaned, or completely lost. So when a 1957 wheat penny shows up today in extra fine condition with its original surfaces and that unmistakable antique green shading, you're not just looking at a coin, you're looking at a survivor of a fast-moving era. Now picture it in your hand. The front, Abraham Lincoln facing right, calm and timeless. In God we trust above his head. Liberty to the left, and the date 1957 to the right. No mint mark under the date, meaning it came straight out of Philadelphia. And that missing mint mark? It's subtle, easy to overlook, but collectors notice it instantly. Because it ties the coin directly to a specific minting story, a specific moment in U.S. history. Flip it over, and those classic wheat stalks stretch along both sides, framing 1 cent and United States of America. That design had been around for decades by this point. And in 1957, it was nearing the end of its life. Just 2 years later, the design would change forever. That means this coin sits right on the edge of history, one of the last of its kind, and collectors feel that. But here's where it gets intense. Those antique green shades, those spots across the surface, most people see them and think the coin is damaged. They panic. They clean it. They try to fix it. And just like that, they erase the very thing that made it valuable. Because that green toning, that's natural oxidation of the copper over decades. It's proof the coin hasn't been tampered with. It's originality, and originality is everything. That untouched surface is what collectors chase. That's where the silent fortune hides. This coin is made from about 95% copper, with a mix of tin and zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters across, and has a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters. It feels light, simple, easy to ignore. And that's exactly why people lose it. That's why coins like this are still out there, in circulation, in drawers, in pockets, being spent like nothing, when in reality, they're holding serious money. Now let's talk about condition, because this changes everything. Extra fine means the details are sharp. Lincoln's hair still defined, the wheat lines still crisp, only light wear from circulation. That kind of preservation, combined with original toning, is rare. Most coins from 1957 didn't make it like this. They were used too hard, or worse, cleaned and ruined. And once a coin is cleaned, once that original surface is stripped away, collectors lose interest fast. Value drops. Opportunity gone. And the market? This is where it gets real. When a coin like this appears in an auction, it doesn't always explode right away. Sometimes it's quiet, controlled, but underneath, it's intense. Experienced collectors watching closely, waiting, then stepping in with precision. Because they know supply is shrinking. They know fewer untouched examples exist every year. And they know once one of these disappears into a private collection, it might not come back for decades. Right now, today's market value for a 1957 wheat penny like this, no mint mark, extra fine condition, with original antique green toning, can reach $300 hundredth. That's not small money. That's not casual value. That's life-changing wealth hiding in something people overlook every day. This coin is a treasure. This coin is special. And if you have one, you're not holding spare change. You're holding a fortune collectors are quietly fighting for. So listen carefully. Do not spend this coin. Check every 1957 penny you see. Look for that missing mint mark. Study the surface. Those green tones, those spots, that antique look, that's not damage, that's value. Never clean it, never polish it. One mistake can destroy everything. And if you even suspect you've got one, get it professionally graded. Because that's how you protect and reveal its true worth. This is not a story. This is happening right now. People are losing coins like this every single day, and they have no idea what they just gave away. And here's the truth that should stay with you. If these 3 coins are still out there, still hiding in circulation, then what else are people missing? What other silent fortunes are slipping through fingers right now, unnoticed, unclaimed, waiting for someone who's paying attention?